Business is personal, and on Founder Steps, we stop pretending otherwise. Each episode, I catch up with the founder and ask the questions that are usually not being asked. As a result, a deep, profound business insight, because now you can understand who is behind the business and understand the deeper why, not just the facts that you can Google. So follow for more and let's go. Woo. Let's get it started from here. So first of all, can you please try to explain what you do so a 5-year-old, guy would understand?
Okay, I have trying to tell what I'm doing, but not to 5 years old guy, but to my grandma.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
and
do it for grandma.
yeah, and I treat it as my personal achievement of to make her understand what I'm doing. I'm help business to grow through the communication and defining their communication business models and brands.
And I guess through design.
Design as well as a part as a implementation of communication, because the visual communication is a great part of the whole communication, and but we work together with starting from strategy and trying to find a way to deliver the brand message. It could be the naming, it could be a slogan, it could be a positioning, and on the other hand, could be strong visual images.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. And what brought you here? Why you decided to go to that direction?
Let's go deeper. I graduated as a historian.
Hello.
I wrote my diploma on ancient Greece, and that give me a strong skill set of defining the reasons and consequences of different historical events or different events. And then I add to this skill set my design experience. I work as a graphic designer for several years. And one day I understand that to be sure that my graphics and design works exactly how business need it, I need to go deeper and to understand what business aiming to achieve, and add strategy and start learning strategy. And from this point, I could say we as a company are starting to act as a more like a branding agency than a design studio. Starting from defining the position and business aims and communication aims, and then delivering through graphics and then to the world as well.
Mm-hmm. And if I got it correctly, you pivoted and let's say you grew from a freelancer to a business owner, right?
Yeah, we could say so. But my true freelance period was quite short. But there was also a period when I already have a design studio, but I was the only employee there. I have one iMac, and I rent a table in co-working when my friends start their businesses. And so it was 1 year when I was just a solo designer in the studio, but it has a logo, name, and so on, all the attributes that need to have a company. Because I start my career as a designer, I always want to do more. And one day I realized that to have an opportunity to influence the world that surround us more, I need to have more guys in the team, and to be able not just to do everything from my or with my hands, but also to delegate something and to cover more project and to work with more clients and so on.
I do like the motivation behind the growth is to be able to influence more, the world. Question: how many people do you have on the team at this moment?
It's a tricky question, in fact, because our structure is not like a regular one. We are more a collective of creatives and managers than a strong team with full-time employees. Once I decide that this kind of model works better because everybody is motivated more to accomplish a task, and as quicker and as better as possible to get the next one. And also it give opportunities for creatives like designers, developers, and so on to work on their own project apart, like beyond the studio. Because one day it could happen that they have an opportunity to work on their dream project, and if I treat them as a full-time employees, I bought from them all their working hours, and it's hard to work with them, and they try to hide that they work on some freelance projects. So I decided not to go this way, because as we already discussed, I have also my freelance background
Yeah.
and understand how it works. And I decided that it's better to give them opportunity to work on the passion projects, to gain expertise and to bring it back to the agency. So we decided that we are going to work as a collective, when everybody could work on the project we have from our clients, but also can reject some project if they want to work on their own project or some other freelances, or just to go to vacation for inspiration and so on. And this freedom, I believe that it's really important for creative to deliver more and better results.
It's very interesting that you see that not as a threat to your business, right? That you're like part of your team is working not only on your projects, right? But actually, let's say an opportunity, right, for the growth itself. What are the main challenges in this setup, though?
Yeah, it was quite tricky and challenging at the beginning. One day I realized that, okay, what should I do when I will have a client with some project, but no one of our designers will be able and wants to work with that. I was threatened a bit, but then I realized that it's a good sign, because if I couldn't find a designer in my team who wants to work on this project, I'd better not get this project. It's give me opportunity to work with companies and projects we love and to deliver a better result. Because if you are not like forced yourself to work on this project, you do your work better. And then it's also a good like a bar for me to find the clients that will be the most interesting and most challenging clients for all our creative team. Yeah, and
I love a challenge.
yeah, I love the challenge because it moves us forward. Because if I have a designer who I paid like a regular salary, and I have opportunity to give them all the task, and I know that he or she doesn't have the project at the moment, I will try to think about what I can ask them to do. And I think that in many cases it will be not the best the best project for them. And it's better to give them freedom to find the most interesting project. And trying to figure out how this like just the centralized system works, we find out that the best match if all our creative specialists gain like 80 or 70 or 80% of their income with us, because they in this case they treat us as a like as a main company they work with, but on the other side they still train their like networking muscles to gain a project. And one day if we wouldn't have enough project for the whole team, they will be able to get something from outside. And this make this structure more solid when everything is changing.
That's for sure. So you kind of grant them a stability, let's say, the great majority of it at least, and then you also provide a creative freedom, let's say. Question though, how it works? Like, this is just a curiosity. So, for example, you have a new client coming in, right? Do you just post it on the group chat, like, okay, who's free? Like, who wants to get it? Or like, do you have like a preferences? Maybe some of your designer are best in, let's say, edtech products. Some are like best in like fintech or whatever. Like, how does this go?
We have some designers that work on any project, and some project we could stop for a while to wait for some specific designer to finish the current project and to start with that. But sometimes we have like a strict deadlines, and in this case we trying to figure out who will be the best of available designers or strategists for this case. And I think that every designer strategy have their like professional flexibility. They could, as a professional, they could work with any kind of project, but they have also their priorities and passion about some fields. And so we are paying attention to get know about their passions, to make it under consideration when we decide to how we can navigate the project and the creative team.
Awesome. I do know that you have, let's say, more stable team, right? That you have, and you took them on a Camino de Santiago path as a, let's say, team building adventures. So tell me, how many people went on it, and what have changed after you went there?
Um, we have this kind of events. We call it Kidults Con. The Kidults is the name of the company, and during these Kidults Cons, we try to not to work on our professional tasks or our working projects, and sometimes we do some creative stuff. For example, we have one of these Kiddos Con was dedicated to performance, and we are learning and practicing performance art and going deeper in the context. It was a great fun, and this time we decided to try something else and to decide to go one like 4 segments of Camino de Santiago. It was quite a long way, but we decided to start and to test it. And
How many kilometers was that?
it was around 100. I think we covered around 100. It's not too much
How
because
many days?
it was 4 days.
4 days.
4 days, yeah. Yeah, it's not too much, but you can see it on the map, so it's already kind of challenge.
Yeah.
It was kind of, I say it was 7 of us who walked the distance, and some other people joined in a house that we rented afterwards, because everybody have their like own personal schedules and living in different countries. We have like a core team here in Barcelona, but a lot of guys living all over the world and traveling much, so it was hard to manage to find the date which will be comfortable for everybody. It was 7 of us who worked the way, and we spent our nights in the shelters for pilgrims.
Yeah.
And it was really a great experience, because it's always great to work on a creative project and have a lot of fun with the team, but also to struggle a bit, like walking 10 hours under the rain is also like make you stronger as a team. And I really enjoy the experience. I think it will be even better to go longer, because only after like second or third day you're trying to you have an opportunity to unwind all the thoughts about the projects from your head and just focusing on the way, and it gives you the best experience. Yeah, and I think we definitely will do it again.
So this is the first time, but it'll be more. But how, for example, it's affected your team and your business in general? Have you felt it? Because you did that in December, right?
Yeah.
So it's been already around 3 months. So what changed?
I could say we become more connected with some team members. For example, one of the guys who joined us in this team, we worked with him, but like 5 years ago, he was a team member, but then he joined a startup and a lot of charity activities. And we have this kind of Kidult Con, not for the team who are working right now as a project, but the whole, we could say, the collective or family who once work with us. He already in a chat and he can join this kind of event. And after this Camina, together with this guy, we started a project, and he took a role of art director in our project, and we started on pretty challenging project, but we all was in the Camina, and it's become more easy to communicate, and we already have like a connection on personal level, and we just need to put a more professional context on this journey.
And if I can ask you, what is your proudest moment?
Proudest moment on this way, or
No, in general in your life, maybe you're proud of that you did like a snowman once when you were a kid, or maybe proud of something else.
in general, I could say that I made a journey from a small city in Russia, then to St. Petersburg, then to Barcelona, and to broaden the borders of my, not just country borders or the countries, but also my uh, ability to go further. Because when I was a kid in a small city, I didn't expect that I could be like talk with you in my office in Barcelona and so on. And let's see what will be next. And I think to get when you already reach something, I trying to set my like next challenge, next perspective, and to go there. And I think that's I do it several times, so I can be proud not as a single experience, but as a mindset. And I think that it's really works. And when we decide to close our business in Russia, when the war with Ukraine started, it was kind of tough decision because we had a lot of big clients like National Wild, and we decided, okay, let's finish this chapter, let's turn the page and starting everything from scratch. And this was a leap of faith, I could say, but it's also give us an opportunity to start working faster to the destination we want to go.
That's deep. I love it. And if, for example, we can define like one thing that helped you to be more successful as a founder and entrepreneur, what would you name?
I think it's empathy. It's empathy to people, and also what I call the empathy to businesses, because I'm really curious about every business I work with and try to get as more information as possible about them, their business models and the context and so on. And from the one hand, it gives me more context to do my work better, but also it's build a connection between us and founders and make them believe that we are really care about the business and we want to really achieve them. Sometimes there are some, I could say, challenging situation because we may not be the most comfortable agency to work with, because if the stakeholder founder has their own perspective, for example, about some personal stuff like the color or the outdated logo that he made from himself, and we see that sometimes it's okay to go with this stuff, but if we see that it's influenced not in a good way to the development of the business, we will challenge this point of view. And it doesn't mean that it's kind of the term of taste, but if we have idea and proven with the numbers experience that it would not be better for the business, we can be more empathetic to the business, because business hiring us, not a particular person. And in most of the cases, it's give us opportunity to finish the project in very good way. But sometimes it's hard for some founders to
Let go.
to let it go, to let it go their first steps. And we see that it's completely fine if they need some time for it. And there are some cases when we couldn't start the project because of this different point of views on the situation. But then they came to us and decide to continue work, because in general it's more important to find the partner for any kind of collaboration, to find a partner who really care about your interest and is not just an opportunity to get some money at the moment.
Makes sense. And for example, if your agency will become top 10 ranked the worldwide, what you would want it to be ranked for? Like the best for what?
I think it will be great if we'll be the best agency to help like businesses who are challenging their markets to lead this change and to become a benchmark for the whole category, because we really love those who are trying to break the norm, to see above it, and not just to to set themselves in the line, but to change something in the context. And sometimes it's pretty hard for these first companies to make their first steps, because every people who will follow them will already see how to act in different situations. But the first one is harder, and our mission, and I will be really happy if we'll be known for that, is to make these challengers to become successful companies who will set the bar for the whole market.
Okay, that's very exciting and challenging at the same time. Okay, yeah, that sounds interesting. Though I also know that like the name of your company is Kidults, so it's kids and adults. So that's a very interesting concept. And I do feel like you like to have a lot of fun when you like create stuff and etc. So what is the, let's say, philosophy behind that?
Yeah, I think when we decide to start a new company, putting apart all our experience in Russia and decided to like a global company, we decided.
So you just changed the name as well, right?
Yeah, we changed the name, and it was a new chapter. So we decided, okay, let's make a new name, which will define us and define our clients. And I believe that the term kidults, which is also sometimes treated as for adults who act as a kids, in not a good in a good way. They just playing games and so on. But if we will see the global context, we will see that the adults give this word like too much trouble, and those who are challenging the norm, who wants to achieve something, who treats their business and their life as a and as a game and opportunity to get to know a lot of new things and try new things, really pushing this word forward, not backward. And we believe that this kind of mindset is has all the clients we really enjoy to work with has this kind of mindset, and we realize that the whole company also have this mindset, and it will and this is a like a good choice, and we made from this opportunity to put together like our ability to challenge the norm and be curious in everything, and also our opportunity to work as a mature team to which aim to achieve goals and have their deadlines and so on, to put it all together. Um, and our kind of slogan that we use sometimes in a conversation with our clients is why not both? Why you need to choose between like really great vibrant decisions and ideas and the business figures and the business goals. So we put it all together, and on the one hand I try to go deeper in the business and understand what they really need, what kind of KPIs they have and so on, and I could talk with founders on their language of KPIs and so on. And on the other hand, I have my creative part of which part of me which can see the situation and try to figure out some not obvious way to achieve these goals. And we decided that it's on the same time gives our clients opportunity to get what they really know, and if our clients is kind of challengers, that's what they need. And for us it's also give opportunity to have fun and to enjoy the work we do, because if you are not enjoying it you will burn out quickly, and the results will be not so good. And we realize that to be happy with the work we are doing is our professional competence, because agency which has a creatives who are not happy would not deliver the best result. They will just do the norm as a in the maximum that they could do is like a normal way of product.
Mm-hmm. I do like that it feels you are filtering out your clients with your name, right? So if, for example, they are also challengers, if they're playful, if they want to break the norms, have some fun, like be curious and etc., they will come to you. So no like boring stuff and etc. That's really fun. And it's also like in the meantime, it's not only about like playfulness, right, and curiosity. It's also does affect like in a, let's say, more positive way, not like, for example, Peter Pan's. There is a term when like the, let's say, the kids that don't want to grow up, right? So it's a bit different one, but here is like more like fun but playful, but with the business results as well, so all together.
Why not both?
Why not both? So thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.